If you are wanting to know how to manifest your life in the most elegant way, this episode is for you. So welcome back to The Elegant Life. This is part 3 of a series of videos that I've been doing on how to tune into your joy. And the last 2 parts, we're focusing on taking you inside in the whole process of it. Today, we're going to deepen that a little bit, and we're actually going to put a visual component to it, because for some people, that makes this whole process a little bit more tangible. So stay tuned for that. First, before we do this, I want to say that this part that you're in right now, if you've watched the other 2 parts, this is the part where most people quit. And I know you don't want to do that. I know that you actually want to master this process. And I believe that if you know why it is going to be so helpful to you, that it will give you that little bit of extra inspirational momentum to keep going. So first, let me explain to you why this tuning in is probably, other than making a choice to do it, is one of the most powerful things you can do as a spiritual practice. So if you think about what creates your reality, it is your thoughts which become your behaviors. So depending on what you do or you don't do in your life, that is dictating what your reality is. If you desire your reality to be that you look and feel a certain way, yet you constantly have thoughts that you're not good enough, you will ingest foods that are not in support of that, because you don't have the internal belief that you are worthy of having that. If you desire to have a certain kind of relationship, a certain feeling in a partnership, then your thoughts about what it takes for that relationship to happen is going to dictate, are you going to say certain things to your partner or not? Are you going to have no boundaries, or are you going to be able to set boundaries? Are you going to be able to ask for what you need and want in a beautiful way? Or are you going to keep it all to yourself because you're fearful they'll leave? So can you see that your thoughts create your behaviors, right? Now, think about what happens when you tune in. When you tune in, you are tuning in to your divine nature, your divine joy, your divine love, your divine peace, your divine bliss, your divinity. When you tune in and you become in harmony with that divine resonance, don't you think that you will have thoughts that will be more expansive, more empowering, more knowing of your value and your worth? Yes. When you tune in, do you think that it will be easier to make choices, to do behaviors that are in support of your higher divine self? Yes. Can you see that if you desire to manifest this exquisite reality, that tuning in is the place that you want to focus your time and your energy? It's the most elegant way of being able to manifest what you want, because you don't have to try to think differently. You just will. You don't have to try to behave differently. You just will. You don't have to try to speak kindly. You just will. Do you see what I mean? So this is why the effort is worth it. So today, what I would like you to do is let's go into our practice that you have practiced over the last week 5 times a day, right? And so let's do it knowing that the first thing we do is taking a cleansing breath. We breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. That's the healing breath. So we go. And then we take a breath in until our lungs are fully expanded. And we breathe out double the time through our nose. And then we allow the breath to create its natural in and out motion. You need to put a hand on your solar plexus area to feel the in and out. Do so. once the rhythm has been established, I want you to envision a point of light in your mid-torso. And then imagine that as you breathe in, the light expands. And as you breathe out, it contracts just a little bit. There's a slight constant movement to it. Expanding out, contracting a little bit in. Expanding out, contracting a little bit in. But behind all of it, there is a feeling of warmth, peace, and well-being. By doing this practice, you are allowing the light within you to grow with every breath. Let's just stay here for a little bit longer. And so you can stay here as long as you like. Yet for now, this is the practice that you will be doing 5 times a day. Those times that you set in your day as your commitment to mastering this practice that will allow you to manifest the life that you really want with elegance and ease. So now I ask you to take a deep breath in, ground that deep breath into the ground. And on that note, make it an elegant week, mastering this technique. Remember, this is the place where most people stop. But just remember, there comes a time when the practice becomes so natural that this becomes your full state of being. I love you so much. We'll see you next week.